Allan Kornblum gives Maverick a good name. He has followed a true literary north with real integrity and has been a guiding spirit in independent publishing for 3 decades. Allan has always been an avid supporter of new literature and has been happy to share what he has learned with younger publishers, offering them advice culled from a life of letters. His dedication and unfailing pursuit of the best in both literature and the design and production of the books themselves has been an inspiration to those around him and has turned Coffee House into one of the premier independent publishers in operation today.
When I think of Allan's contribution to Minnesota literature, what stands out is his sense of the history of publishing and how he sees Coffee House and himself as part of a very old tradition, and one that needs to be passed down from generation to generation. For the past 17 years, I've watched Allan spend literally hundreds of hours talking to interns and staff about the history of printing and publishing, the mechanics of letterpress, and the role of nonprofit literary presses in the literary landscape. Those talks have been an invaluable part of the local and national literary profession, as hundreds of interns and staff have walked away from Coffee House with a larger perspective of their place and their potential future in the long history of publishing. I was one of those interns. I and many others have gone on to make and are making our marks in publishing in Minnesota and beyond. And we are all better, more responsible members of this great guild because of him. So thanks, Allan, for teaching us.
20 years ago, my first novel, A Place Where the Sea Remembers, started to make the rounds of New York publishers, and each passed on acquiring it, noting that because the book was set in Mexico and was peopled by Mexican characters, the book would get lost on their lists. As you might imagine, the tenacity and perseverance that had kept me going for 13 years began to wane. I pulled the book out of circulation, but gave the manuscript to my dear friend and fellow author Mary Rockcastle. She had previously been on the Coffee House board of directors, and within days of receiving it and reading it, Mary sent the manuscript to Allan Kornblum. Within a little more than a week, I came home to the little red light blinking on my message machine. I pressed the button, and the words I heard changed my life forever. This is Allan Kornblum. I have read your marvelous novel, A Place Where the Sea Remembers. I'd very much like to acquire this book for Coffee House Press. I have purposely taken my own unique writing story to illustrate Allan's great perception and sharp eye for literature. I am certain that had Allan not seen what others could not, I would not have gone on to write 4 more books. I would not have gone on to teach other writers the value of hope and faith, of perseverance and hard work. With one phone message, Allan Kornblum handed me a career. I am thrilled that Allan Kornblum is this year's honoree for the prestigious Kay Sexton Award, for he is a person of great heart, of keen vision, a person who loves literature in all its diversity, and who loves the richness it brings to our lives. Allan is someone who lives his passion no matter the cost. In my own heart, there is a special place of honor for this unique and remarkable man.